Hey everybody, Dr. Greco here. Welcome to Ministry in a Minute. So we've been talking about your call all week, and we said that everyone is called. You have to be willing. And yesterday we talked about the fact that where God has blessed you with spiritual gifts, you might know that you're called in that direction. Today I want to finish that thought, because one of the ways we can tell where we're called, what our calling is, what our spiritual gift is what does God bless? And what I mean by that is, what things do you undertake that are not only fulfilling to you, but turn out to be a blessing to others? You know, I know people who have the gift of giving. And the way they know that they have the gift of giving is twofold. Number one, they see a problem and they immediately understand whether or not giving will solve that problem. And when God says that giving money or giving of something will help this problem, when they do it, it does help the problem. So it's a blessing to you because you see the problem solved. It's a blessing to the person you help because you've helped them. And God blesses that situation. I'm thinking of, in the Old Testament, the story of Joseph. He clearly had the gift of administration. In Potiphar's house, he organized the house. Potiphar got rich. Then he went to prison. Probably had the gift of faith too, because he kept his eyes on God no matter what. But then when he was put in charge of Egypt, he administrated that, and God blessed all of that. Okay? So you can see where God uses someone's gifts and then it turns into a blessing for yourself and for others. That is a sign that that is where God has called you. Think about Jonah. Jonah was called to preach. He didn't even want to. He was preaching to people he didn't even like and that he didn't want to get saved. He thought those people in Nineveh were heathens. But he preached and hundreds of thousands of people turned to God. Okay? There was a blessing. And yes, Jonah argues with God about it, but you can't deny the fact that God blessed when Jonah used his gift. Okay? So it's not only that God gifts us, but it's when we follow through on those gifts, there's success, there's a blessing, not only for us, but for the kingdom. And when we see God's kingdom blessings, we know we're acting in the way we were called. These are important things because God's got a plan to use all of us to build up the kingdom. If we know we're called and we listen and we know our gifts and we act on them, then people around us will be blessed. The kingdom will be grown. We'll see you tomorrow for one last Ministry in a Minute for this week.